Namaste, welcome to GitasKitchen. Today we celebrate a very beautiful festival from Tamil Nadu, which is celebrated on the 18th day of the auspicious month of Aadi. It is also known as Aadi Perukku. In this festival, we show our gratitude to Mother Nature, especially in the form of water, the life-giving water, which sustains our crops, our homes, and our families too. So on this day we prepare a variety of rice dishes and also one sweet dish, and we offer it to Kaveri Amman, who is worshipped as a Devi. Everything in nature is worshipped as a god in our culture. In a clean vessel we pour some clean water, add some yelaka or pachakarpuram, add a few flowers, decorate it with chandram kumkumam, and we say the shloka for all pujas also. गंगे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदे सिंधु कावेरी जलेस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु. Now we are ready to offer all our preparations to Devi Ma. First we will prepare a sweet dish. This is a kind of sheera or kesari bath, wherein we are going to use this rock sugar or candy sugar known as Kalkandu. So first I will take 1 cup of that and powder it in the blender jar. So our sugar powder is ready. Here I have half a cup of ghee. I will just use half of that for now. Add some cashew nut pieces and fry it till golden. Drain out the fried cashew nuts. Also adding a few raisins. Fry them till they puff up well. Drain it also and keep it aside. Now in the same ghee I am adding 1 cup of this Bombay Rava or regular Upma Rava, and we will fry it well in the ghee till it is well roasted. Use a heavy kadai and fry it over a low to medium flame. You want the Rava to be well roasted but not burnt. Now adding 2 cups of hot water to this. Continue stirring it. This way there will be no lumps at all. Whatever the small blackish pieces you see, those are nothing but the raisins which we fried in. Small bits of that have remained. That's it. When all the water is absorbed and the rava has cooked well, we will add in this sugar powder which we have just now made, and also I am adding jaggery powder. So 1 cup of sugar powder, 1 cup of jaggery powder, and again mix everything well together. See, we have been cooking it on a low flame and it has come together. Now add the remaining ghee and continue cooking it. See the suji, how much ever ghee we add, it will just take it all. But this is all I am going to add. I am not going to add any more ghee. It is done. You can see it leaving the sides like this. It will thicken a little more on cooling. So this is the right stage. I will switch it off now. Now we can add our fried cashews and raisins to this. I have taken 4 cardamoms. We will just powder it and add it to our sweet dish. And our prasadam Kalkandu Sheera is ready. I will keep it aside for now. First we will make coconut rice from the variety rice. So I am taking 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. It will add a good aroma. Add some mustard seeds, urad dal, chana dal, just 2 dry red chilies, 1 green chili. Saute everything till the dals are well roasted. Add a few curry leaves. Here I have 1 cup of fresh grated coconut. Stir fry that also. Many of these recipes all of you will already know, but every festival it's like a recap, that's all. You don't have to roast it very much, just for 2 to 3 minutes is enough. I have a few of these fried cashew nuts which I took for the sweet. I am adding that too. Add the required quantity of salt and give it a good mix. Here I have already cooked rice, Sona Masuri raw rice in the proportion of 1:2. Just I am adding some coconut oil here and just spread out the rice in a bowl like this. For any variety rice, the rice grain should be separate and fluffy. Now add this cooked rice, cool down to room temperature, and give it all a good mix like this. We have mixed it well and our delicious coconut rice is now ready. Our tasty coconut rice is now ready. Next we will do the tempering for lemon rice. Heat a tablespoon of oil. Add some mustard seeds, urad dal, chana dal. We will also add a few groundnuts for this. Dry red chilies, green chili, curry leaves, a little bit of the groundnuts are well roasted. I am adding a pinch of haldi powder. If you add it to the oil itself, then you will get a good color in your lemon rice instead of adding it to the rice. Here also add just a teaspoon of oil. I am using till oil. You use whatever regular oil you have, groundnut oil also is fine. Add the required quantity of salt. Add this cooled rice to it. Cooled in the sense rice which has come down to room temperature. We added a spoon of oil and just spread it out in a bowl so that it remains fluffy. I am adding a few fresh coriander leaves to this. This is some freshly powdered methi seeds. Just take 1/4 teaspoon of methi seeds, dry roasted powder. In the mixie, small quantities won't get powdered. So you can prepare about 2 teaspoons, keep it ready, use whenever you want. Now squeeze out lemon juice as required. Since we are making many types, I am just showing you small quantities of each. So you can use as per your need. Give it a good mix. Lemon rice is also ready now. Some grated ginger. I should have added it with the tempering or tadka. No problem, I will just add it to the lemon rice now. Next, everyone's favorite, tamarind rice. There are many varieties of making it. Normally we make the goju and keep it a day earlier, then mix it with the rice. Here I have soaked a large bowl of tamarind in hot water. We have removed the seeds, fiber, everything and soaked it and kept ready. First we will make a dry masala powder. I am just adding about half a teaspoon of til oil, that is sesame oil. This is some crystal hing. If you have, you can use, it gives a good aroma. If you don't have, of course you can use the regular powder also. The hing should fry very well in the oil. We will take it and keep it aside. I am adding 1/4 cup of urad dal, 1/4 cup of chana dal and 1/4 cup of coriander seeds or dhania. Roast them till the dals change color. When the dals are almost done, I am adding about 12 of these dry red chilies. These thin chilies are actually quite spicy. Take it all in a plate and allow it to come down to room temperature. Now in the same hot pan, just take about 2 teaspoons of black sesame seeds, that is til, 1 teaspoon of black pepper and about half a teaspoon of methi seeds. Dry roast all these three well together. Now we can switch it off. We will powder this separately and keep. Now we will just take the thick extract from this soaked tamarind. Now heat about 2 tablespoons of oil in a pan. Add some mustard seeds. Add 1 green chili. A few curry leaves and some peanuts to this. When everything is well fried in oil, add 2 large pinches of haldi powder. Add in this thick tamarind extract. Add the required quantity of salt and allow it all to come to a boil and cook till it becomes thick in consistency. Cook it over a low to medium flame. Meanwhile, we will grind this roasted dals and spices to a slightly coarse powder. You powder the spices. Add in this roasted hing also and powder it along with it. Now keep this aside. Next, grind this pepper, methi and til also to a powder. A lovely aroma from this roasted til and methi too. See, this has been cooking for about 15 minutes now. And it has thickened nicely and also it has started leaving the oil too. Use a deeper pan, otherwise it will start splashing all over. Now I am adding this powder which we made. I am adding about 3 tablespoons of it. Give it a good mix. Reduce the flame, otherwise you will have splashes all over your kitchen wall. Now switch this off. If you have any powder remaining, don't worry, just store it in a clean dry jar. You can sprinkle it on your sambar, on your dry sabjis, kootu, everything. Or next time you want to make puli kachal also, you can use it. Now we will just do a fresh tempering for this puli sadam. Heat a tablespoon of oil, some mustard seeds, urad dal, chana dal, a few curry leaves, just a few groundnuts. Pour this fresh tempering over the cooked rice. As always, I have taken out the required quantity of rice, added a little bit of til oil to it, allowed it to cool. Add this cooked and cooled rice to it. Now take out the required quantity of this puli kachal. Mix it all well together. Now finally add this powder of pepper, methi and til which we made. That will give the real aroma to your rice. And again mix it well together, so you will get a really flavorful temple style puliyodrai ready. Here you will have some of this pulikachal remaining because I have used only small quantity of rice. Allow it to cool down well, then store it in the fridge. It will be good for 2 weeks. Now finally we will make a delicious curd rice. For making this variety rice, that is coconut rice, lemon rice and tamarind rice, I had cooked rice separately. I cooked it in the rice cooker 1:2 water. Now for curd rice we need a softer rice. So here I have kept 1 cup rice, 3 cups of water and 1 cup of milk I added while cooking. Mash it all together well. Add some salt. Mix it well together. Take some thick curd and beat it well with a whisk. Now pour this on top of the rice and again mix everything well together. Remember to beat the curd, otherwise you will get a different kind of appearance where the curd is separated from the water. It won't look good. This way it will look nice and creamy. Add some grated ginger to your curd rice, a few curry leaves. For the tempering, heat a spoon of oil, add some mustard seeds and just 1 green chilli I have chopped into bits. Pour it on top of the curd rice. If you like, you can add urad dal, chana dal, everything, but today I like to leave it like this with just mustard, green chilies, ginger and curry leaves. Now we are ready to offer all our preparations to Devi Ma. A small note. Remember, festivals are not just about delicious food. They are about showing our gratitude to Mother Nature for blessing us with so much of abundance so that we can enjoy delicious meals every day. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to Geeta's Kitchen and we'll meet again with another interesting episode from Geeta's Kitchen.